Are you looking for brand new homes in one of Lexington, Kentucky's fastest growing, most in-demand neighborhoods? Well, that would be Hamburg. We get calls and reach outs, texts every week, 2 or 3 times a week, from people with questions or interest about living here in the Hamburg area. So today we're going to be touring 3 homes here in Hamburg. I want to show you just the gorgeous layout of some of these homes. The first home we're going to show you is actually the most expensive one, so you don't have to wait to the end to really see the biggest home that we're going to see today. We're looking at 2 different neighborhoods here in the Hamburg area, and then I'm going to give you the insider scoop on travel, the commute, schools here in Hamburg, the restaurants, which is why people love to move here, the shops, really the easy convenience of living here in Hamburg and why everybody wants to move here. So if 40509 is really where you want to be, we're going to have all the insider information. So stick with us today. We're going to get to it right now. And wait until you see the prices in this area of Lexington. All new homes that we're going to look at, you might be surprised if you compare this to other Lexington neighborhoods. Let's see what we can find today. Now wait until you see inside this home. Now this is the largest home that we're going to see here in Hamburg today. I want to give you an outside look what it looks like. Beautiful home with lots of really good, nice updates, nice upgrades in this home, plus a really great basement. So stick with us. We're going to head in there and we're going to take a look. We got inside. Take a look at this entryway here. I wanted you to see this wall treatment that is in several places here in this house. Now this one that we're going to look at is a 5-bedroom, 3.5 baths, so really large size. Let me look at the square footage. It's just over 3,200 square feet. Now it does have a basement. We're going to take a tour, and I want you to leave in the comments and let me know, do you like this paint color? We're going more in the neutrals now, whites. We've got all types of really nice features in this house. Now it isn't completely finished. They're still cleaning. They're putting in a few of the doors. So I'm going to turn it around and give you the view. You can see just as you come in the front door, there's your stairs. We've got a formal dining area over here. Could be used for other things if you wanted it to maybe be an office, flex space. Then we're going to come in here to the kitchen. It does have looks like a grayish vein there in the countertop. Beautiful backsplash. Now these cabinets do go all the way to the ceiling. Really nice wood vent hood. Look at the lights here. Now it doesn't have the appliances in yet. Now again, this property is just over 3,200 square feet. So let's take a look over here. I mean, you can see that they are still working on getting the handrails in. Lots of light in this big, nice family room. I want you to get a good look at that. What do you think about the wood treatment? Now they've got the vertical boards on the fireplace. They've got the floating shelves. Got the really very simple detailed trim now is really what's in style. The really tall baseboard, that's probably a 5-inch baseboard. Just going to turn you around so you can get a look back to the front door. You've got the island that is the blue color. Everything else is white. Now I want to give you a look at this ceiling. This is a coffered ceiling. Really nice detail, adds a lot of interest to this area. What do you think? Is this something that you would like in a home, that you're checking out? I wanted to show you the flooring while we're here. It's a really high-end luxury vinyl. You've got your gas fireplace. Now let's take a real quick peek outside. You've got your covered back porch. As you can see, we're kind of in not a cul-de-sac, but you can see how the houses kind of curve back here. It is more private. Looks like there's some green space behind this lot. It is warm here in central Kentucky today. It's going to be about 94 degrees. So we're not going to spend a lot of time outside today. Really nice gray neutral siding. You've got your black railing on your porch. You can see the houses around us. Let's take a look over there. Your neighbors. All the houses have a little bit different feel, but just a really nice outdoor space. We're going to take a walk in here to our primary bedroom. I want to give you a look at that. Now check out the crown molding in here. Now, as we stated, this house is the most expensive that we're going to look at today. So here is our primary. But you know, there's a room upstairs. It could be a primary if you wanted this to be like maybe an in-law bedroom or maybe a guest room. You know, if you wanted to be upstairs, everybody on one floor. Now, there's your vanity. Same color as the island, really nice. Doesn't have the mirrors up yet. Toilet on the other side of that pony wall. You've got your nice soaking tub. You know, I'm starting to notice a lot more. We're not having the freestanding tubs as much. What do you think? Is that something you think is a style that's gone out? Here is the walk-in shower. Now it's not, you know, massively large, but good size. It's got the black faucets. Now there, you can see there's the doors that they have here in the closet. They've got them ordered, they just don't have them put in. Really nice closet with shelving. Now, I don't know about this carpet. I did notice it. You'll see it when we go upstairs. I'm not a fan. What do you think? Leave it in the comments and let me know. What do you think about this carpet? It's kind of, let me give you a good look. It's kind of just a plain brown carpet. Not my favorite. Let's go back out. Here we are back into the family living room area. Before we go upstairs, I want to show you in this double closet here is a walk-in pantry. Lots of storage here for all your canned goods, your cereals, you know, extra appliances that you need to put in there. Here's your garage. Nice, large, tall doors. Now it does have 2 steps to get in. So if stairs are a problem, you do have those 2 stairs. Now that's a greenish vanity. This is our half bath here in the hallway, and then this is your laundry room. So right inside the garage is your laundry room to hang all your coats and book bags and washer and dryer. We're going to head up these stairs, and they're nice wide stairs. I really do like that. You know, you can get beds and dressers and those kinds of things up here. So you can see we are here at the top of the stairs. Lots of rooms up here. Let's go through them. Here is the first bedroom at the top of the stairs. You've got that large, really nice walk-in closet. This is a massive room. I'm not sure that it's a closet. It's got that nice window, really large. So you've got a Jack and Jill bathroom in this space. You can enter it from the hallway. You've got 2 sinks. And then you have your toilet, your bathtub, shower. So really nice. We'll go back out the hall entrance to that bathroom. So I'll get your back reoriented. There's that bedroom we were just in. Here's the bedroom across the hall. Now you got to see how big this is. This is massive. It's got a nice walk-in closet. Now it's got the low ceilings in there where the pitch changes. Now what do you think about this room? How big? I mean, it is much bigger than the primary bedroom downstairs. And it does have its own double sink. It also has a separate room for the toilet, and it has a walk-in shower in this one. What do you think about that? Now, like I said, they don't have the mirrors up yet. Looks like it has the same blue as the downstairs. Now We have that same treatment that we had downstairs. Here we are at the back of the house, just a really large bedroom back here. You can see there's your walk-in closet. Here we are with the view out the window. Feels nice and cool up here. There's the look back into that Jack and Jill bathroom. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 very large bedrooms up here at the top of the stairs. Now let's take a trip down the stairs into the basement. I don't think any of this is finished. You can see it does have the poured concrete walls. They've already got the insulation in. And it is already studded up. What a fabulous place. You could have an office here at the front. Look at this massive room. It's like the whole length of the house. Plus you've got outdoor space. It is already stubbed up with the bathroom over there. Got your furnace, air conditioning unit. It's already insulated. I mean, this room is ready to go. Look at that patio. So this side where I'm showing you now, that's under that covered patio that we were on. Be a really nice place to have a hot tub, or you could put the kids' sandbox there and you wouldn't have to worry about getting wet. Then you've got your uncovered space here. But just take a look at how large this space is. A really, really nice house. Beautifully developed basement. Now let's just do a recap. This is a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath home, and really has so many stunning features to it. But really, if you think about the basement, the upstairs 3,200 square feet on the main level, then in the basement there's a little over 1,500 square feet that's yet to be developed. So we haven't told you the price on this one. I did tease you and tell you that this was the most expensive one we're going to look at, and likely the basement is what adds to the price of this home. But do you think it's worth it? This home is priced at $720,000, and once you finish that basement downstairs, you're going to have closer to 4,500 square feet of living space. Let me know in the comments as we go through these properties, house number 1, house number 2, or house number 3, which one would you pick? Is it going to be based on the price, the size, the location? We're going to wrap this one up. We're going to head off to our next home. Now it's a sunny day out here and I don't have on my sunglasses, so I'm going to be squinting, but I wanted to show you our second house that we're going to be touring today. Now this one is a little bit smaller, a little bit cheaper. I'm going to give you all the details once we get inside. Stick with me. Look at these double doors. Is this a grand entrance? Before we go in, I wanted to show you this stone on the front. It really sets this house off from some of the other houses. So let's go in here. Beautiful wood double doors with the beveled glass. Let's see if this house is completely finished. Now, this house is a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, quite a bit smaller than the last house that we were in, but still has some gorgeous features here. We're going to go through those. This one is about 2,030 square feet, all on one level. It does have those few steps that I showed you coming up to the front door, but just a beautiful property. So I'm going to turn you around so you can get a look at all the details of this house. We're going to start here in the living room. Well, just really the living space here is all one area, and I'm going to show you a surprise when we get over here into this kitchen. You can see that it's a beautiful kitchen with a large island. You could get 4 or 5 stools in there. Has the really nice lights. All these windows are the black windows. This one also has the coffered ceilings, and these are painted, looks like a little bit darker than the wall color. This is a creamy tan kind of color, has beautiful flooring here. But let's go over here and look at the board and batten treatment here in the dining area. And you've got your covered patio here. We're not going to go out because it's a little hot out there today. Now this has a much smaller, less private backyard than the last house did. What do you think about that? You know, very small space for you to have to take care of on the outside, but it still does have this really large, nice, open eat-in kitchen, because there is a spot for a dining room I'll show you in just a minute. Now what I wanted to tell you about, this looks like it has the exact same backsplash as the last house we looked at. Now this is probably a granite top as opposed to the white quartz that we saw in the first house. It does also have the cabinets that go all the way to the top. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. This is all the rage. If you're on Instagram and you check on Pinterest or any of these different social media sites, you're going to see this butler's pantry. Now, it's not large, but wow, it's really a great place to put your crock pots, your air fryer, you know, all your big things that you don't want sitting out here on your pretty cabinets. You can put them back in here, kind of have them tucked out of the way. Now let's go toward the garage. We've got our laundry room. Looks like it does have some tile floors in there. We have the garage right here. Let's see how big it is. Now it does have the 3 steps getting down into the garage. Not as wide a garage, but you could definitely put 2 cars in here without any trouble. Looks like a little doorway over there is probably where the HVAC unit is in that closet. So it is very tall. You've got plenty of headroom in there. I think you could get a larger vehicle. And here, coming in the door, you have your bench, which we're seeing this, we saw in all the houses we looked at in Versailles last week. And so we're seeing it here as well. What do you think about that? Do you love these wood lights with the black detail? Now, the primary bedroom is right here off the living room. I don't know if that's what most people like. You know, do you need more privacy? But it's a very large room. Has at least 9-foot ceilings in here, the black windows. Now, we just talked about not having these freestanding tubs, and here we have one. What do you think? Is that something that you'd prefer to have, or the built-in one that we saw at the first house? So here we have our large double vanity, plus you've got a little space here. I don't know what they put that there for. I don't know that that could be a makeup table. And then you have your really nice walk-in closet with all the shelving here in the back. I've been seeing a lot of people, reading about some comments people are making, you know, you have to go through the bathroom to get to the closet. What do you think about that? Is that something that would bother you? I follow a space planner, home designer, space planner online, and she says that's one of her pet peeves. So what do you think about it? Is that something that you would rather not have? Maybe we'd have to look at a different layout. Now, when you're looking at this fireplace, you know, you do have room to maybe put 2 big built-ins on either side. Let's go this way. Back toward the front door, we have our other 2 bedrooms. This is the first one, and looks like we do have like a Jack and Jill bathroom. So you do have your same vanity and top in here, tub and toilet with black trim, same floor as in the other primary bathroom. Here we are down our hall, back down toward the living room. Now here is the front door, and so this is the bedroom at the front. Now it does have this bump out window that really gives it a little, you know, maybe more design. You've got crown molding here. Now this doesn't have that basic trim that we saw in the first house. It has more detailed, you know, standard molding. Probably 3.5 to 4-inch baseboards here. Nice tall doorways. You know, I'm really starting to see that in most of the houses that I'm touring. Is I see these really tall doorways. But look, I want to take a look back at this really nice doorway. Is that beautiful? Now let's just recap and go over the details. The last house was about $720, but it had that really large basement that could be converted. This property is right at 2,000 square feet. It's on a small lot toward the front part of the Home Place subdivision here in Hamburg. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, really nice property, has lots of really cool details. How much is this house priced at? Let me check. This one is significantly less, priced at $530,000. So it's really $200,000 less for this property. Now it is much, much smaller, but it does have some really, really nice features and some different, nice upgrades in this property that maybe you wouldn't find in an older home here in the Lexington area. So what do you think about this home compared to the first home? Unless you have an extra $200,000 that you want to spend or you need the space, is this house worth $530 compared to the other house? Leave us a comment, because we're going to head on over to a different neighborhood and we're going to take a look at our last property for the day.
Now, I wanted to jump into my map because I wanted to be able to show you all the details about the Hamburg area and why so many people are wanting to move into this area. So as you can see here on my map, you can see my circle around Lexington, our new circle road, and Hamburg, you can see it's labeled right here in this area. So from US 60, which is Winchester Road right here, all the way down in this point is considered the Hamburg area. You can kind of see that it's highlighted here in white on my screen. So that gives us a little bit of an idea of what area we're looking at. So it's in the southeast corner of Lexington, Fayette County, and you can see how it really goes out really deep into the county is this 40509 zip code that everybody is wanting to get into. And more people are reaching out. So I wanted to be able to show you some of the things here in the Hamburg area. This was the second house that we looked at today, and you can see where that is in relation to, here we are on I-75, and we've talked about the commute. So the commute into town is so much easier when you're right here on the interstate. Let me zoom in so that you can kind of get an idea of where we are as far as getting into the downtown area from where you see my red dot here, one of the houses that we looked at. I'll show you where the other ones are in relation, the ones we're going to see today. So you can see that you could be here down to UK in about 20 minutes. Of course, everything's dependent on the traffic. You could get on the interstate and you could be south, you could be down in Richmond or down to Knoxville, wherever it is that you need to go. You could get on the interstate and you could travel north up here. You could be in Georgetown or even farther north up if you needed to get up to Cincinnati. But it is a quick travel when you're right here on the interstate. So we wanted to definitely talk about that. Now, like I told you earlier, 40509 is really a hot area, and I get reach out multiple times a week about finding new construction in this area. So if you are interested in looking in this 40509, this Hamburg area, give me a call or send me a text or an email and let me know, Lisa, this is what I'm looking for. I need a 3 or 4 bedroom, or you need a 5 bedroom. How much square footage do you need? How soon do you need it? What amenities, are you looking for? And let me get you on a subscription list so we can get that out to you and get you looking at those things, while they're really ready to go. Some of the builders in this area do have buybacks, so they'll give you up to 2% of the purchase price back on the price of your house. So we can always be on search of those kinds of things. Now, it's not just the homes that people are interested in this Hamburg area. It's not just the easy commute, but it's the shops, the dining, the grocery stores, all the things to see and do here in Hamburg. So I want to point out some of those things to you. I want to really zoom in on our map so we can take a look. Right here, we have Costco, and you can see that it is very close to the areas, that we looked at here today. We will be seeing 2 houses down here off of Polo Club. If you zoom all the way down, we'll show those to you. We're going to look at a house up here in this neighborhood. if you can see my cursor up here. And so you can see how close we are to Costco. And we have Target, we have Meijer, which is a large grocery store, a store similar to Walmart. It's got everything you could ever want. We've got Best Buy. You can see Kohl's, all here in this Hamburg pavilion. People come from all over the state to shop here in this part of Lexington. Now, I want to look down this direction a little bit and point out to you some of the food places. So we've got Malone's here in Hamburg, which it is a high-end steakhouse. Really good food there. You need to make a reservation if you're going to go there. We've got Grater's Ice Cream. We've got Chewy's just right here on Man of War. We've got Old Chicago Pizza, which is right in this area right here. We've got a Bonefish Grill. I mean, there's just so many things here that you might want to check out. We have Saul Good, Drake's, it's all in this area. People, like I said, come from all directions to really get here for the shopping and for the food. Heading back over this way, I want to show you in this direction what we've got over here. Now, we're going to be looking at a house. The last house we're going to see is here in this Bellhurst neighborhood. It's just on the other side of Man of War from the first two houses we're going to see today. We have the new medical facility, and I drove out there today and took a look at it. It is right here on the interstate. So we've got Baptist Health, a large hospital that's right on the interstate. Very handy emergency room, just a cancer center. Everything you can imagine is here in this area at the new Baptist Health Hospital. And we want to come on down here. I want to show you, and we've talked about this in other videos, how close we are to Jacobson Park. And there's a lake there. You can see it right here on my map and how close it is. You can see this is Man of War, which runs right through Hamburg. And just south here is this large lake. Now, you can't have motorized boats on this lake, but there are paddle boats. You can have canoes and kayaks. There's a golf course there, a dog park, all kinds of activities down here at Jacobson Park. So that's another reason that people really love being down here in the southeastern corner of Fayette County. So if you have a growing family and you're looking for a larger place to live and some good schools, this Hamburg area is going to be the place for you. We're going to show you some of the schools in this area, talk to you about what niche.com says about the schools in this area, but you should also do your own research to find out what you think about the schools here in the Hamburg area. Now, schools in the Hamburg area are some of the most sought after schools here in Fayette County. Some of the schools include the high school is Frederick Douglass High School. It's a fairly new building, a fairly new school. Also, we have Liberty Elementary. We have the Edith J. Hayes Middle School. There's also a new middle school, and we're going to show you a tour around that middle school. When I saw the building, I was just stunned. I did not realize that was a school. Really nice, modern, updated school building. Definitely a place that people are going to want to get their kids into. Now, when we head over to niche.com, they will give you all the ratings, the rankings of the schools in the Hamburg area. So be sure to look that up on niche.com. And when we look at Liberty Elementary School, let's kind of zoom in on that, and you can get an idea of where it is here on our map. Here is the Baptist Health here in Hamburg, and you can see that it's just right here, kind of on the edge of what we were looking at, the homes we're going to see today. And Liberty Elementary was given a B+, with a B in academics, a B for teachers, and A in diversity. You can see the rankings there. I wanted to see what the ratio is. It's showing a 13-to-1 student to teacher ratio, so that is an excellent number for the student teacher ratio for Liberty Elementary. Now, that's just one of the schools in this district. Another one of the schools in this district, elementary schools, is this Athens Chillisburg Elementary School. Now, it has an overall grade of A, so it has A for academics, A for teachers, and a B plus in diversity. So let's go down here. You can see that academics, it's 76% are proficient in reading, 71% in math. And so you can see it here on our map. It's right here at the I-75 interchange there. Now let's see if we can find out what the student-teacher ratio is. It's 14-1, so really pretty good for the Athens Chillisburg Elementary School. Now let's take a look at the Frederick Douglass High School. We're still here on niche.com. They got an A- on their overall grade, with teachers being an A, academics is a B, and diversity is an A. Let's see if we can scroll down. Niche standout high schools in Kentucky got number 1 out of 45. That's pretty good. Most diverse public high school in Kentucky is 10 out of 329. Now their reading and math, they're a little less proficient in reading and math. 100% of the students and parents agree that students at this school are competitive. 56% of students and parents agree that students at this school are creative and artsy. So you can check this out on niche.com and get all these details. It also has a student-teacher ratio of 19-1. So that's going to really help you take a look, do a deeper dive into the schools here in the Fayette County and definitely here in Hamburg. Now, also we have the STEAM Academy, and I've been hearing more and more about this. This is a magnet school. It is, of course, 9th through 12th grade. It has an A- overall grade. It is located down on East 6th Street, but kids can choose to go to this school. If this is something that interests you, you need to get in touch with Fayette County Board of Education and see what further information you need to find out. It is noted to be the number 4 out of 10 of the best magnet high schools in Kentucky. Now we're going to get back over here to our map. And we just want to think about our tax structure. Our property taxes are directly related to our school tax. And here in Kentucky, a large portion of your property taxes does go to the school tax. Now, just doing a recap, we wanted to take a look at where we were here with Costco, all the conveniences, and the reason why people choose this Hamburg area. The new construction, the value of the homes here in this area compared to older neighborhoods in the Lexington area, the ease of getting off and on the interstate. Actually, it's not far to get on New Circle Road and be anywhere else in the Lexington area. The nearness to hospitals and also to grocery stores and all the different food places that you would want to eat. Any kind of food. You could eat something different every single night. You'd still have choices left by the end of the week. Let's get on and finish up our house tours.
Now here we are at our third house. I want to show it to you. As you can tell, it is not completed and it's very noisy here. They're really working on this area. You can get a good look at this property. We're going to go in. This is one of the biggest houses that we've looked at as far as finished space. So it's about 2,500 square feet. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath property. So we're going to go in and take a look. Now, if you can't use your imagination, this might be hard for you, but here we are in the garage. It is right at ground level, so no stairs to go in or out of the garage. Now they've got everything studded up. Looks like they've got some plumbing in. There you've got your stairs. Now this is a 2-level house, so if you're looking for something that's an upstairs and a downstairs, this one might be for you. Now again, this one is about 2,500 square feet. It is 5 bedrooms and 3 full baths. So we're just going to kind of take a quick tour around. I'm going to turn you around so maybe you can get an idea. All right, so there's the front door. You can see you've probably got a coat closet there. Looks like a laundry room on the other side of that wall. This is going to be your living and kitchen area. So you can take a kind of a good look at that. Now this neighborhood is up and coming. Probably not very many houses have been sold in here. Doesn't look like a lot of them are completed, but probably, late fall, this one will be completed. Now here is a bedroom on this floor. Don't think it's a primary because there's no bathroom associated with it. So we're going to take a little walk up the stairs. So you've got your stairs, that go halfway up and then they turn. They'll probably have some nice railing. Now we're not going to be in here very long because, as I told you, it's hot here in Lexington today. So here we are on the on the upstairs level. We've got a bedroom here. Faces the back. Got a closet. We've got probably a half bath here. We've got a bedroom here. Let me turn you around so you can see going back toward the stairs. So that's 2 bedrooms. Then you've got a pretty good sized bedroom here. Got a nice full bath. It looks like it's going to have a double vanity. Then this looks like the laundry room. So I think the room we saw downstairs was not going to be the laundry room. Now let's see. All right, so this will be your primary. I want to give you a good look at how large this space is. Very large space. So your primary and your primary bath, of course, are upstairs. You can see where the colored pipes are. That's where your shower will be. Looks like a double vanity here. This goes into likely will be the primary closet. If you can kind of look at the floor, that might show you what the size is. So it does have the drop-in tub, built-in tub that we were talking about earlier. So let's see, that gives us 4 bedrooms on this floor and 1 bedroom downstairs. So that room that we thought was the laundry room is probably a full bath since you do have a bedroom down there as well. Let's go downstairs and see if we can figure that out. Okay, so here we are in that room that we thought was the laundry, but no, looks like you can see where the toilet's going to be. It's going to have 1 sink in here. I saw 2 bathrooms upstairs, 1 down here. So you do have that bedroom down here. Now, we didn't really get to see any of the details of what this house might look like, but I'm going to see if I can show you the floor plan. Now, you might be able to pause your video and click on that and enlarge it to see if you think this property would fit what you're looking for. So what do you think about this? Maybe there would be some room here if you wanted to talk with the builder, see what kind of countertops you have, see what type of finishes are going to be put in this house. Now this builder is offering 2% back on the purchase price of this house. So if you want to try to get in on this before it's actually finished, maybe there'd be some interior things that you could choose from, reach out to me. Give me a call, send me a text or an email. I'd love to help you get into a property like this if you're looking for a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house here in the Hamburg area. Now, we didn't tell you the price on this one, and you're going to be really, really surprised because this house is just about 2,500 square feet. Brand new home, probably will have same type of upgrades as the last house that we saw, but this house is priced just under $507,000. So really, for the size of the house, this one might be a deal. Reach out to me and let me know if this is something that you'd be interested in, especially since the seller is going to be paying that 2% of the purchase price either towards your closing costs or for your rate buy down.
So there you have it. 3 beautiful houses that we looked at. One that's not completely finished, but really one you could get into and maybe personalize it and make it yours, and really for an affordable number. We looked at 2 over in the home place. We looked at 1 in Bellhurst. Really, if you had to choose between 1, 2, and 3, leave it in the comments and let us know. Which house would you choose if money weren't an option? Do you really want that big house? I mean, it was beautiful, wasn't it? And I just can't imagine how great it would be to have that butler's pantry in that second house that we looked at. The 40509 zip code does have median house prices that are higher than average in the Lexington area. But because there is more interest, more people are looking in this area, it's going to add to the overall demand and start to push those prices up. So reach out to me if one of these homes is something that you'd be interested in looking at. Give me a call, send me a text or an email so I can get you on that subscription and we can get you into some of these houses that we've looked at today. And if you're thinking about moving into Lexington, Georgetown, Frankfort, Versailles, or anywhere in Central Kentucky, reach out to us. We'd love to help you find the home of your dreams here in Central Kentucky. And until next time, I hope to see you around town.